This is the drive rail assembly with brackets. We are doing this because the drive rail assembly is the same on either side to make up the chassis, so this will save time. Rename your assembly drive rail assembly with brackets. Insert, and go to Assemblies, and insert the drive rail assembly. Insert again, go to Other Documents, Public, and search Rev Bracket Library. Go to Assemblies and select the preloaded 90-degree bracket. Create a fastened mate. Select the screw hole on the corner. And select the inside edge of the channel. Rotate and flip it as shown. Offset it on the z-axis -4 millimeters. And on the y-axis 7.5 millimeters. Select your preloaded 90-degree bracket, hit Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V to copy and paste it. Create another fastened mate. Select the screw hole in the corner again, and select the same inside edge on the channel as before. Rotate and flip it again as needed. Offset it on the z-axis -4 millimeters, and on the x-axis -7.5 millimeters. Check to see that nothing is overlapping in your mate. Right-click in any blank space and select Paste Preloaded 90-degree bracket. Create another fastened mate and select the same screw hole as before on the corner, and on the lower part of the channel, select the same inside edge. Again, rotate and flip as necessary. Offset on your z-axis -4 millimeters. And on your x-axis -7.5 millimeters. Paste your bracket again and create another fastened mate. Again, select the same screw hole on the corner and the same edge on the channel. Flip and rotate, and offset your mate -4 millimeters again. And on the y-axis, offset it 7.5 millimeters. Paste another bracket and create a new fastened mate. Just as before, select the screw hole on the corner and the same edge on the channel. Flip and rotate so it's aligned properly. Offset it -4 millimeters on the Z-axis. And -132 millimeters on the Y-axis. Paste another bracket, create another fastened mate, and select the same hole as before. Also, on the lower part of the channel, select the same inside edge as before. Flip and rotate. And on the Z-axis, -4 millimeters. On the X-axis, offset it 132 millimeters. Finish this mate. And now you are done with the drive rail assembly with brackets. This is the final assembly. Create a new assembly and rename it Final Assembly. Insert, select Other Documents, and search Rev Structure Library. Select the 1767 channel. Move the triad manipulator to the center hole on the top face of the channel and rotate it so the flat part is facing front and is horizontal from left to right. Fix the part so it won't move around as you're making your assembly. Insert from the current document and go to the Assemblies tab. Select the drive rail assembly with brackets twice. Insert from Other Documents and search Rev Structure Library again. Search 1432 and insert the extrusion. Create a fastened mate between the hole on the lower face of the L bracket on the drive rail assembly and the inside of the channel. Offset this mate by -4 millimeters. Check that the parts aren't overlapping anywhere. Create another fastened mate. Select the face of the hole of the L bracket on the other drive rail assembly and select the same inside edge as before. Rotate it so it is facing the right way and offset it again -4 millimeters. Check again that the parts aren't overlapping each other anywhere. Create your third fastened mate. Select the face on the L bracket of this drive rail assembly. Next, select the face on the inside of the extrusion. Rotate the extrusion to align with the brackets. Offset it again by -5.5 millimeters and offset the x-axis -16 millimeters. Check that the parallel distance between the edge of the L bracket and the end face of the extrusion is 8.5 millimeters. Check the distance on both sides to ensure that it is symmetrical. Create a new fastened mate. Select the face of the L bracket shown and the same inside face of the extrusion as before. Flip and rotate it as needed so it is aligned and facing the right way. Offset it -5.5 millimeters on the z-axis and 16 millimeters on the y-axis. Check the distance between the L bracket and the extrusion again. Insert from Other Documents in Public Documents and search Rev Wheel Library. Go to the Assemblies tab and select the 90mm grip wheel. Create a fastened mate and select the face of the axle hole on the wheel you just inserted, and select the face of the end of the axle shown. Flip and rotate the wheel. Offset it on the z-axis -15 millimeters. Replicate the wheel on individual faces and select the other 3 axles. Insert from Public and search Rev Shaft Stuff Library. Select the 1327 shaft collar. Create a fastened mate on the collar's face and the edge of one of the axles. Offset it on the z-axis -5 millimeters. Replicate the collar on individual faces to the other 3 axles. Now you are finished with this chassis.